I still remember one of the saddest moments in my life as a priest. There was a woman I knew at another parish where I worked. I knew her quite well because she was very active in the parish, and I had known her and her husband for some time. I also knew that they had been having some very serious difficulties in their marriage. It had been some time since I'd seen her, and she came to my office that day. She shared that they had been divorced. She shared the deep pain and struggle that she was going through. She also shared that she was trying to stay close to God. She was still a lector at church, and she wanted to come to Mass and be with the community. Yet she shared that after the divorce, something was different. It was as if people looked at her differently and treated her differently. It was very painful for her. Now she was thinking about leaving the Catholic Church. Divorce is a deeply painful experience. We all know someone who has been through a separation or divorce. Or perhaps we ourselves have been divorced. When two people come together and are joined together in love and unity, it is very painful when there's a separation. It is as if there's a ripping apart, and the pain can be so very deep. We hear in the book of Genesis, that is why a man leaves his father and mother and clings to his wife, and the two of them become one flesh. When there is a separation, there is deep pain. There may be important reasons for a separation or a divorce. The important thing is to talk to someone. A priest or counselor can offer perspective to help a couple. There are marriage groups and retreats. It is important to know that we are not alone. There is no couple on the face of the earth that does not face challenges at times. In the end, if there is a serious reason for separation or divorce, it is important to understand you still have a place here in the church. This is your home. Each one is a daughter, a son of God. You are welcome. More than ever, it is important to draw close to God and to the community. Jesus desires to heal us. Jesus is with us to heal us in our most painful moments. We hear many times in the gospel that Jesus teaches and he heals. Today he teaches us in his word, and now here at this Mass, he wants to heal us. We can bring him our hurts, our shame, our pain, our anger, our struggles. Jesus is here to heal us today. When we receive Holy Communion, he touches us deeply. If we are not prepared or free to receive communion, we can make a spiritual communion, asking Jesus to come into our hearts. Jesus can heal any pain, no matter how deep. We see the pain of division in our country at this time. We feel the pain of deep wounds in our own church from many scandals. We may wonder if forgiveness is even possible anymore. Yet the scriptures teach us that God has created us for unity with him and our neighbor. And yet there are deep divisions. We may ask, are forgiveness and unity possible? Let me offer you a story. There was another woman that I knew who went through a terrible divorce. She was struggling so much for months and even years. She shared about all the tears that she shed and how much anger she felt in her heart. Then she found a prayer group and she started to attend the group. She heard other people share about God and forgiveness. She began to pray. Little by little, she began to forgive. It was not easy and it took time. When I met her, something miraculous had happened. She even was able to go and visit her ex-husband and his new wife one day when they were having a barbecue, and she could spend time with them. I was amazed. She had found healing and peace. When we forgive, we find peace. Jesus offers us healing and peace. We are called to unity with God and with one another. When this unity is broken, Jesus can heal us. Let us bring to Jesus our hurt, our pain, our struggles. Jesus is with us now to heal us. I know that today is also a special day when our confirmation class is beginning its classes, and so I would like to share a special word with any of our teens who are here or any of our young people. A few special words especially for you. It is very painful when our families don't have unity. We know that sometimes we don't always get along. Maybe we fight with our brother or sister. Maybe we don't get along with our mom or our dad. Maybe our parents are separated or divorced, or we know someone who's separated or divorced. It can be scary and very sad if people yell at each other or fight. I had a very close friend, and he shared with me how sad he felt when his mom and dad would yell at each other. It can be very hard for us. Sometimes we might cry or feel sad. Now, there's something very important that I want you to remember and to know right now, and this is for all of our young people. If our parents don't get along, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. Your mom and dad are adults. It's up to them to sort out their problems and to learn to communicate, and it's not your fault if they don't get along. But there is something that you can do, and it's very special for our teens, our young people, and our children. Your prayers are very powerful. God listens to young people in a very special way. We can pray for our families. Jesus is always here for us no matter what. We can bring Jesus our pain and our anger when we feel upset. Jesus wants to be our best friend. So I invite you to pray and to know that Jesus is listening to you. He hears your prayers, and He will help your family. Let us talk to Jesus and remember that He is always with us to help us.